What's going on there, YouTube, and welcome back to another comic book video. So guys, today we're going to pick up with X-Men #1, written by Jonathan Hickman. Of course, this is Jonathan Hickman kicking off the brand new era for X-Men comics. With that being said, we do pick up with X-Men #1, and in the opening pages, we see Charles Xavier meeting Cyclops for the first time. Now, with that being said, it is Charles Xavier actually giving Cyclops his ruby glasses, because let's not forget, when it comes to the character Cyclops, he cannot control his optic beam, and so he must wear some form of ruby eyewear to kind of help him control his optic blast. If not, every single time he opens his eyes, his optic beam will go out of control, hurting innocent people in his path. And so he must wear some form of ruby glassware, or eyewear, sorry, to help him control his optic beam. But this moment right here is also establishing the bond between Charles Xavier and Scott Summers. Now, we do jump into the present day, and we pick up with Cyclops and Storm right now attacking one of the last strongholds that belongs to Orchid. Now, of course, Orchid is a new evil organization in Marvel Comics that is trying to wipe out the mutant race. With that being said, there is something else I do want to mention. When it comes to Orchid, Orchid is basically made up of different people from other organizations that they have left. So for example, you have ex-SHIELD agents, ex-SWORD agents, ex-Hydra agents, and even ex-AIM agents as well. These are different people from different organizations that they have left, come together to make a new organization known as Orchid to hopefully wipe out the mutant race. Now, Cyclops and Storm, they are not alone. Matter of fact, they even brought Magneto and Polaris. Now, I do want to mention one thing, how cool Magneto looks. Like, Magneto, my dude, your new outfit, it looks amazing. Either way though, you do have the X-Men right now attacking this stronghold as a way to make sure to get rid of Orchid once and for all. I mean, there's still other strongholds out there, but hitting this one right here would actually hurt Orchid a whole lot more. Now, you do have our characters being able to find some kind of room. Now, this room is sealed off, but Magneto, of course, is able to open the door. Now, while the X-Men are trying to break into that room, we do pick up with a small group of scientists who are hiding in that room the X-Men are trying to break in. Now, the group of scientists are being led by a guy known as Dr. Mars. Now, Dr. Mars is honestly not that important because he's about to die in like a page or two. But either way though, you do have Dr. Mars being concerned more about the information that his team has gathered rather than the mutants breaking into his room. And the reason why, because he knows they're about to be captured. He knows there is a possibility they could die. And so with those possibilities, he wants to make sure that his information can still be given over to someone else in Orchid so that they can use his information to hopefully kill off the mutant race. Now, once the X-Men have broken into the room, well, of course, that is when they're confronted by a bunch of gorillas. Now, these gorillas are actually the same scientists we just saw a moment ago, because Dr. Mars gave everyone some kind of formula that turned them into gorillas to hopefully attack the mutants. Now, you do have Magneto say, listen, I'm going to stay behind and deal with these gorillas. Polaris, Cyclops, Storm, keep going on. We have a mission here, so keep pushing forward. Now, you do have Cyclops, Storm, and Polaris continue on, and when they do find a room that is holding a bunch of containers. Now, in those containers are holding a bunch of mutants who are being kept in stasis. Now, this is very important because you do have our heroes being able to free the mutants out of those containers, but when they get into the last one, they don't find a mutant. Instead, they find something else, a young girl known as Seraphina. Now, Seraphina is actually from a group known as the Children of the Vault. Now, That right there came from a storyline back in the early 2000s in X-Men comics, where there was a small area in Peru where time moved differently. So 30 years of Earth time, but in that area, it was 6,000 years. And Seraphina is from that area in Peru. Now, with that being said, that means she is post-human. She's beyond a regular human. Now, before the X-Men are able to actually help her, well, that is the moment she just teleports away, just like that. You're left wondering what in the world is going on. But either way, these X-Men must get the rest of the mutants that they have freed back to COPPA so that they can have a normal life once again. Now, when they arrive back to COPPA, well, of course, you do have Dr. Reyes do a checkup on them. Now, Dr. Reyes first appeared, I want to say, back in X-Men number 65, back in the late 1990s. I could be wrong, please forgive me. But either way, Dr. Reyes has the ability to make a shield around her to build up her durability. Now, with that being said, you do have Dr. Reyes also being a great doctor. Now, that is the moment you have Magneto walk in to give his powerful speech. And the reason why he's giving a powerful speech is because the kids that were just saved by Cyclops, Polaris, Storm, and Magneto really look up to Magneto more, because when it comes to Magneto, he's some kind of god or their protector. And so with that being said, you have Magneto give a powerful speech saying that no matter what, if humans come here, he'll take them out. Humans will no longer kill mutants if Magneto has a chance to stop them. And so of course, he gives some powerful speech, and all the kids who look up to him kind of like, yes, Magneto, you are God, you are amazing. And honestly, it's kind of like, but either way, you do have Cyclops and Polaris just walk away. Now we jump over to Orcas Forge, where of course it is the home base of Orcas, and they were using this base to make a new kind of Sentinel, Mother Mold, so they could mass produce Sentinels to go and kill mutants on Earth. Now the X-Men stopped that plan, but we pick up with Dr. Devo, a new character, and also Omega. Dr. Devo is supposed to be the main leader of Orcas, and also Omega is someone who is half machine, half woman. Of course, she has a machine mind. The reason why I'm bringing up her machine brain is because Dr. Devo tells us with her brain, she saw the attack from the X-Men coming. Of course, she says yes, because humans and machines are always going to attack one another. Every move the humans make to kill mutants, mutants would try something to defend themselves. And if the roles were flipped, it would have the same outcome. Now, you do have Dr. Devo telling Omega that he wishes that he was here when the X-Men attacked. But Omega says she is happy that he was not here. If he was and he had died, Orcas would have lost their leader and the whole experiment would have been pointless. Now we do pick up at the Summer House. Of course, the Summer House is the home of Scott Summers and all his extended family, because thanks to COPPA, they were able to build a small habitat on the moon for Scott Summers and his family to stay on. And when I say his family, I mean Wolverine apparently, Havoc, his brother, Jean Grey, his wife, Gabriel, his other brother, Cable, and also Rachel Summers, his children, and a few other characters as well. Now with that being said, we pick up with the big dinner where you have Scott Summers, the Starjammers, Wolverine, Jean Grey, Cable, Rachel Summers, Havoc, and Gabriel all there to have some kind of big dinner at the Summers house to celebrate this new era for the mutant race, hoping that Charles Xavier and Magneto could lead the mutant race in the right direction. Now after dinner, you do have Scott Summers talk to his father, Corsair. Now this talk right here is more of Corsair telling Scott Summers that he is concerned for the mutant race, but he's also very concerned for his children, because all three of his boys are mutants. Havoc, Scott, and Gabriel, they're all mutants, With that being said, you have Scott Summers reassure his father that everything is going to be okay, because to Scott Summers, he will always keep fighting no matter what to give the mutant race a chance to survive on this crazy thing called Earth. And so with that being said, Corsair realized that his son is very determined to change the world, which of course did put a smile on Corsair's face, and you do have Corsair and Scott Summers hug one another. Now, to wrap up this video, we actually do pick up with Dr. Devo meeting up with Dr. Gregor. Now, we met Dr. Gregor back in our House of X, Power of X video, where we saw her being the lead scientist trying to turn on the Sentinel project known as Mother Mold. Now, with that being said, the X-Men attacked the space station and got rid of Mother Mold. But while they were attacking, Dr. Gregor's husband killed himself, hoping to kill off the X-Men. Of course, they did not die, and so with that, her husband died basically for nothing. And of course, it did upset her. Now you do have Dr. Devo wondering why in the world she did not come to his funeral, because they just buried a bunch of agents who died when the X-Men attacked the base back in the House of X, Power of X video. But that is the moment you have Dr. Gregor say, listen, my husband was blown up. There was nothing left of him. What you buried was just a shell of him. But who cares? Right now, I think I have a way to bring my husband back to life. And that is where we are going to end today's comic book video. So with that being said, I do hope you enjoyed today's comic book video. And if you do, please hit the like button down below and subscribe. Also, if you have any suggestions on books I should read, well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But either way, I'm out, guys. See y'all next time.